Okay, all right. Good morning, everyone. We're here today to share with you our experience in building DLC, or direct liquid cooling data centers that are highly reliable and cost-effective. So we have been in the liquid cooling industry for over 12 years, and during that time, we have built 8 liquid-to-liquid DLC data centers, all of them from scratch. We are very proud of our work, and we are very excited to share our experience with you today and showcase some of our products. We have also brought quite a few products at our booth A13, so we welcome you to stop by our booth after to check them out. Here's the brief agenda of this talk. I will start with a little bit about our company and our experience, and then I will introduce our product lines, and then we will look more details into our solution for the NVIDIA GB200 server rack, which is a new, recently launched GPU architecture designed for AI. So, first, briefly about us. We are founded in 2006, and we have had more than 12 years of experience in developing liquid cooling products and building DLC data centers. We have built from scratch 8 liquid-to-liquid DLC data centers, and the first of which has been under smooth operation for 8+ years. So we're also a one-stop liquid cooling solution provider, and we are Intel LCDG global partner and NVIDIA AVL recommended liquid cooling product manufacturer. So what services do we provide? Here's an overview of our workflow. We have the design information, and then we would do on-site inspection, followed by factory prefabrication, and then we have on-site assembly, and we also do on-site verification and troubleshooting after, and we also provide the training in operation and maintenance, and we also provide after-sales maintenance. So there are 2 things I want to highlight here. First, we manufacture all of our products in-house, which means our solutions are highly customizable and can be tailored to satisfy any specific requirements. And secondly, we prefabricate all of our modules in factory that is in a highly controlled and sterile environment, and we test them thoroughly before we ship them out to data centers. So this modular approach not only ensures an easy installation, but also, more importantly, it can guarantee the quality of our products. So for example, cleanliness, which is crucial in preventing liquid cooling. So the pictures right here illustrates the 2 layouts of our data centers. Here's a detailed view of our workflow. I guess the key takeaway here is that we have a very well-established process that provides a truly end-to-end solution for our customers. Here are some photos from the data centers we have built. So you can see here the cooling tower, the coolant distribution unit, and the manifolds. So with that, we will move on to a little bit about our products. So as mentioned earlier, we are a one-stop solution provider, and here are our 4 major product lines. First, we have the CDU, which is a coolant distribution unit, so it controls and regulates the flow rate and the pressure of the system. We have both in-rack and in-row CDU, and we have both the liquid-to-liquid and liquid-to-air CDUs. Those are just some examples of the different models we have with different cooling capacity. So here are the specs for our CDUs. We actually have quite a few with us in our booth today, and we welcome you to check them out. So for example, we have the in-row liquid-to-liquid IB1800 model, which is tailored for NVIDIA GB200 and has a cooling capacity of around 1800 kilowatts. And we also have sidecar. We also have in-rack liquid-to-liquid and a in-rack liquid-to-air for the ORV3 MGX racks. So we have redundancy in our CDU design, and our components, such as like pumps, are hot swappable. And we also have real-time monitoring on the pressure and the coolant quality, for example, resistance, the purity, the conductivity, and we also have automatic alerting when there's any anomalies detected. So code plates. Here are some of our standardized products. So as you can see, for CPU, we have, for example, for the Intel Eagle Stream and for the AMD SP5 chip. And here are some of the specs. And for GPU, we have, for example, the NVIDIA GB200. And we also have the code plate for memory, which is the DIMM plus CPU here. And in addition to those, we also offer customized code plate design and manufacturing. So our code plate use copper as body material, which has a low thermal resistance. And we also have built-in leakage detection. So quick disconnects. We also manufacture quick disconnects in-house. We have the UQD handmade, the UQDB blindmade, and we also have recently developed a ball valve quick disconnect right here to your right. We actually have a patent for it, and we have brought the 2-inch version to our booth today, so feel free to stop by for a demo, and I think it's pretty cool. Last but not least is our manifold. So here we have the EIA rack handmade manifold, and we also have the ORV3 rack blindmade manifold. And to the right here is a illustration for our primary and secondary side manifolds. So depending on the data center characteristics, we can also realize different pipeline network layouts. OK, so with that, I will talk more about one specific example solution we provide. So with the rapid advancement in AI, we now have more and more powerful chips and server racks that enable us to run like real-time generative AI on those huge models. For example, the NVIDIA GB200. So here is our recommended CDU configuration for the NVIDIA GB200. So for example, for the NVL72, if you have one rack, we would recommend the IR100 model, which is an in-rack liquid-to-liquid CDU, and it has a cooling capacity of 115 kilowatts. And if you have, say, for example, 16 racks, we could use our IB1800 model, which is also liquid-to-liquid, and it's an in-row CDU with a cooling capacity of 1,800 kilowatts. And we also have liquid-to-air, so we have the sidecar model IB120 or IB240. And here's a diagram that illustrates our in-rack CDU layout. And there's a diagram illustrating our in-row CDU layout. As you can see here, we have the primary side and the secondary side manifolds. And here's our sidecar layout. So one thing to call out is that for all of our CDU configuration, we apply this N+1 redundancy. So so we always have like 2 CDU operation and then 1 backup. And if there's any one of them fail over, the backup would automatically take over. So for sidecar, we also apply a safety distance between the sidecar and the server rack. And this is to prevent the airflow intake from interfering with each other. OK, so with that, I will conclude today's presentation. Thank you all very much for your time. We hope you have learned a little bit more about our company, our products, and the services. We'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.